Can anyone help me identify this? This is from my great uncle here in the US. This lever on the narrow end slides up and down, going up into one of the cone-shaped openings in the top. The glass panel has always been puzzled me. Any ideas? It's an antique jump spark cigar lighter. It was quite a thing in the 1920s to have a device using dry cell batteries, like the 3A batteries in your device, to cut and light cigars. This may have been a prototype or something similar to this jump spark cigar lighter, used in It's a Wonderful Life. They seem to have come in many different crazy shapes and designs. The box thing in the lower right of the picture is a Ford Model T ignition coil, which will throw one hell of a nice spark. The lower hole in this photo, one placed one end of the cigar to clip off the end. Looking at the top portion of the box, it definitely looks like contact points that have been rusted from arcing from the jump spark technology. Does anyone know what this is? This was found in our backyard when we moved in, so no provenance. It's all made of wood, except for the thing on the right, with holes, which is metal, and it spins. On the left is a beautifully turned wooden screw between the two uprights. It may have had 4 short legs to stabilize it, but only one is left. Any ideas? It's a spinning wheel without the wheel, a hand-powered device once used to spin fibers, such as wool, flax, or cotton, into thread or yarn for weaving or knitting. Before industrial textile mills, spinning wheels were essential household tools. One of the early documented US patent models for a spinning wheel was issued to Hiram F. Wheeler of Springville, Pennsylvania, on April 25, 1838. Does anyone have one of these? I think it was for moving milk cans back in the day, but I'm not actually sure. Any help you can provide would be much appreciated. It's a 1930s grocery cart, missing its baskets. These early cart designs were invented in 1937 by Oklahoma supermarket owner Sylvan Goldman, who noticed that people, especially women, stopped shopping at his store. Not because they had bought all the things they wanted to buy, but because their shopping baskets became too heavy for them to carry around the store while browsing. The idea was that if people could push, rather than carry, their baskets around, people would be able to load more things into it, buy more stuff, and save him, them, and his store a whole heap of time and money. Today, such items are frequently repurposed as vintage home decor, planter boxes, or bookshelves. It was patented on November 5, 1940, by Sylvan Goldman himself of Oklahoma City. I need help identifying this metal piece made in France, around 16 inches long, and the handle appears hand-forged. We thought it might be something like a hot toddy iron, or a mulling iron, etc., but they are usually a solid piece of iron with a heavier end. This has a branding or toasting end. Any idea what this is and what it is used for? It's most definitely an iron to make fritters, called beignets, a deep-fried pastry of French origin. The fact that it is stamped with the country of origin means that it dates to either the very late 19th century or early 20th. Does anyone have any idea what this could possibly be? My parents found this in their attic, and their house was built in 1917. It says patented September 8th, 74. Sorry, she didn't know to have a banana for scale. My initial thought was part of a portable jack, or an old candle jack. I've hit my end of research capabilities, so please help me figure out what this is. It's the ratchet bar of a 19th century carpet stretcher, used to stretch the carpet while being tacked to the floor. It was patented on September 8, 1874, by William H. Curtis of Buchanan, Michigan. To stretch a carpet, the hook is driven into the floor near the wall. The toothed bar grips the loose carpet edge, and the lever is pushed toward the wall. The ratchet locks the tension in place, and the carpet is then tacked securely while held tight. I have this knife thing, and want to know if anyone recognizes it as a useful tool. My father worked in a shoe factory in the 30s, and I think it's from there. Maybe someone from the home of Kinky Boots, Northampton would know. Banana approximation for scale. Does anybody have a guess as to what this tool is used for? It's a cobbler's shoe tack puller from the early to mid-20th century, used in shoemaking and upholstery for drawing out tacks, nails, and staples. The sharp strong tip is excellent at digging into wood to release hard-to-remove tacks and staples in upholstered furniture pieces. The teeth along the side of the tool's tip are for prying up upholstery tack strips. What is this, some sort of metal pin and cloth banner found at an estate sale? The pin has letters and numbers, but Google search returns nothing. If anyone has a clue about what it is, that would be greatly helpful. It's a reminder to remove the cover from the transducer or sonar used on the Mark 46 anti-sub torpedo that was launchable by surface ships or aircraft. Mark 46 is the same for both surface and air launch, but bands, to attach it to a helicopter, and an air stabilizer, like a parachute, are added for the air version. I was an anti-submarine warfare officer in the Navy and was in charge of the torpedoes on my ship. I hope you good people can help where Google Lens failed me. There were 2 of these amongst various items of blacksmithery outside an old forge in Northumberland. The current owner told me the forge had closed more than 50 years ago. Apologies for the state of the banana. The only one I could find seemed surprisingly heavy, displayed excessive curvature, and was rather rusty. Thanks in advance. It's a 1950s retractable tractor wheel strake for the back wheels of a tractor to aid traction in tough conditions. You slacken the bolts and then put them out to the desired length and angle, and then retract them when not needed. If you look at the picture, there are 6 holes that bolt it to the wheel. Can anyone help us out with identifying this object? The Canmore Museum collections contain many mysteries. Mercedes, our collections officer, is a great detective and is able to solve many of them, but this one has her stumped. This was described as a large screwdriver with an ornate handle and a leather strap. The top and bottom portions slide apart, revealing an interior opening that could be used to store other bits, perhaps. This piece is 17.5 inches long. Can anyone tell us what this was used for, or by who? Please tell us down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.